So these two channels, this is the old Ettore Super Channel. This is the new Ettore Super Channel. We're going to do a review today. I'm going to keep the old one on the Ettore wide body swivel handle. Okay, I'm going to keep the newer one on the Unger Ninja handle, the 40°. The reason I want to do that is because most guys are just using this handle with it. That's what I see most commonly. The big differences between them is only pretty much one big difference. You have a lot more room here now for the rubber to be able to close out when you're at the bottom of a frame. Unlike the old one, where you can hardly push any rubber back onto there. Okay, so this one is going to be harder to close out, but it is pretty smooth on the glass. As far as the corners go, this one you definitely have less where the rubber is curling back there up on the channel. Then the newer one, you have a lot more there. You overall just have a lot more tongue right in this, right in this area right here. So let's go out on some glass and just kind of see how it best works and which one is best kind of for you. I personally don't use this too much, or the super channels in general. I did do an idea from Luke where I, took an older one. So they had the 18s with the upper lip on it, that bigger lip, and then the ones above 18, they didn't have that. So what Luke would do is he would take a 36-inch, cut it in half to make two 18s. I did that once, used it for a little bit. I was such a Sorbo kind of guy, and Pulex Lumax, that those just were easy for me to use, so I used those. But when this new, it's a cool look to it. When this came out, I had to get it and at least give it a try. So let's get it on some glass. All right, so we're gonna check out these two channels. I'm in my sweats today. It's lazy Sunday. So let's look at old before we go to new. So this window doesn't have much rubber seal to it compared to like a normal commercial window, but we'll look at that with like a pole. I put a lot of extra soap in here today just so you can really see it on the glass, so you can tell so much soap. So with old, of course, you have less tongue here. It's a little bit harder to use, but I want you to watch the edges here. The edges clean up really well. I'm just going slow so we can see this process. So you can see here, there's a lot more soap right here, right? There's not really too much anywhere else, but you definitely want to rag it. I think with this channel overall, old and new, you'll always have to use a rag to detail. Now, new, really soap it up, okay? So, right away you're gonna see this one just leaves more. It's not by a horrible amount on this window, but you're definitely gonna have to detail more. Now the interesting thing about this channel, now you could, real quickly, you could just, soap up to there, but if you got dirty windows, you're gonna have to soap the whole thing. But I mean, you can go fast with it, it's smooth. You're seeing a lot of extra things. We have a lot of soap and it's a cold day. A lot of extra like streaks that are just staying there. It's just a little too cold for this amount of soap. So with this one, what we're finding though, what I found working with it for a good couple weeks was there was just too much detailing on the sides for me to really like it. For me to switch to it as a, squeegee I always want to use. But the old one is a better by hand. It's just overall, you don't have to do so much detailing with it. So you can start here. So it's not drastically different, but it's less than the gold one. overall, I think you're gonna get around the same idea out of both of them, but the big deal is that you cannot pull with this channel. I mean, it is freaking impossible. So let's go over to window where I need a pull. So if you like to straight pull, right, that's your thing. The new one is going to be better than the old one. I hope this doesn't freeze. It might. Might have screwed myself there. It's about 15 degrees here right now. Okay, so old, you can close out really easy. If you start pulling up though, you're gonna slow. It's okay. You just got to keep your good angle with this one as well. But the reason why I show you pull work is because with the old one, you just cannot. You can't do it and go fast. You have to go slow with it. So if you're using the old one, you're pulling, you better wait to lift right there. But if you even start going up, I have a whole area right here. It's all bad. Boom. You see that? There's just like it's cheddaring. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's skipping the glass. It's skipping on the glass because the rubber gets so tight. You can't finish right. You can do it. You're just going to be slow. So, super channel, old super channel. You're okay with? You unlock that. Old super channel, you can do it. It's really streaky right now because rubber's a little bit old and it's too much soap. But it's super smooth all the way down. You can close out. Boom, close out easily. Once again, we're just going really slow here just to show the difference in the two. So, one more. If you're going to use the older super channel, let's say, probably the best way to do it is just pull down halfway. Very light, and close out the amount that's in your face. Okay. So if we have some bigger commercial glass here, as far as bigger rubber, this may be a better place to show the detailing of this old one compared to the new one. So when it hits that rubber there's not much. I wouldn't go back and detail this. Easy to close out there. Now with the newer super channel, soap it up the same. Okay. Super light touch. It just leaves more. It's not so much more that I wouldn't use it every day, but it is so much more that I would worry about drips and stuff like that. But let's go back to the car because it's freezing, and I will just give you guys my final thoughts on all this stuff. So overall, in the end, it doesn't really matter as far as this review if you can buy either one, because now what you're going to buy, you're going to find are these. Maybe you have some old employees or people you know that may have the old Ettore super channel, but you know, now this is what you're going to get. You're going to have more detail in the older one, but you're going to be able to use it for pull work, which is great, especially for newer guys doing straight pulls. You know, newer to advanced, whoever does straight pulls, it's fine. If you're using a swivel tool all the time for pull work, great, you can have this by hand. But you're just going to have a little bit more detailing with this than the other one, and also use a super light touch when you use this. A heavy touch or a heavy hand will make that rubber curl back, and it will stop on the glass on any little dry section. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review as far as looking at old versus new. The next one we'll look at is the old Unger Ninja compared to the new Unger Ninja. Really what's changed. The clips are gray, they hold on a little bit better, but that was the first wide body channel I used, so I'm excited to do that one. So look forward to that coming up, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Okay, so wait. Want to see how many people watch all the way to the end of the video. Me and Lily here, this is my little dog, we're going to give away the super channel. So I'm going to give it away with the Ettore wide body handle, because I'm going to keep that Ninja handle because I like it. I'm just never going to use it, so I figured, if I'm not going to use it, might as well give it to somebody that will. So you'll see a link at the bottom in the description on what to click on. You need to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Window Cleaning Resources channel, and you'll be entered to win the contest. And I'll pick the winner in, let's say, 2 weeks. Does that sound good? All right, guys. Hope you have a good one. Peace.